Welcome to Inspiring IT Leaders, where we feature top technology leaders in those amazing expressions they use to communicate, teach, and inspire. I'm Dan Roberts, your host of this series of 5-minute, high-impact micro videos. I'm beyond excited to shine the light on the top digital and business leaders who are standout communicators. In this episode, we're shining the light on Rick Schooler, a highly quotable CIO who embodies the leader as teacher mantra. Rick is also a highly successful executive coach, which you will come to appreciate in his Inspiring IT Leaders video. Take it away, Rick.
Let's talk about being right versus being effective. As an executive coach, I often get into this with folks that are either seeking some form of life coaching or also something related to business and leadership. And this is really a tough one, particularly for folks in an industry where there's high technology or there's science, where folks are well educated. People have worked really hard in their education and on their jobs. So in other words, they do in fact have tucked in a lot, in their minds and their experience about what they do. And so we come upon these situations from time to time in which conflict ensues, or in which there's a time when the leader, let's say me, I want to get something done, and there are things between me and getting it done that I believe need to change or that are not right or that should be different. When I take the time to assess the situation and look at all the players and understand the perspectives and the agendas of all the other folks involved, I begin to realize I may not be able to get my way here, or I may not be able to prove that I'm right. I know I'm right. But gosh, if I really go after this in that way, is that really going to produce the kind of outcome and the result that's going to matter longer term? One can be right in the moment, and I can sort of stand up and pound the table and get people to hear me, okay? Or I can give my perspective, give my thought, even though I'm the accountable leader, maybe not, right? I can make my presence and my intellect and my understanding and my knowledge of the subject matter, the situation known, but then there's another gear that I can stay out of, right? I can choose to go to neutral then and move with the group and move with where the natural synergy of the team or the group involved or the people involved wants in the situation want to go. There's always multiple agendas in play in any kind of leadership situation where decisions have to be made or things need to be accomplished, things need to get done, things need to be changed, what have you. There's always that opportunity for me as a leader and others to who know subject matter, have lots of experience, lots of knowledge, to say, I know what's got to be done here and we're going to get that done. Well, that may be the case, but one has to really think about, is that the approach that's really going to be effective? So when I coach people or I work with my teams or other folks that I'm involved with on a day-to-day basis, whatever their title, whatever their role, I keep that in mind. I first take time to assess what it is they want, what it is they believe needs to be done, and then bring that into my thinking with regard to what I say and what I do, because the ultimate objective is to be successful and to be effective, right? We're seeking success. We're seeking success, not a win. And so when we look at it that way, we decide to be effective, in other words, pursuing success, versus trying to be right, in other words, to get a win. Oftentimes, it works out to our advantage as leaders.
Yeah, and Rick, I think it's just so many nuggets right there. Play this out for us over the long haul. I mean, we're in an industry, we're in a profession where the people we deal with today, have conflict with today, make decisions with today, have success with today, are also going to be the people we work with 6 months and a year and 2 years from now. So how has that helped you in terms of those longer term relationships?
Well, it kind of goes back to the stuff we've all learned about, bridges, right? I've learned over the years to be a bridge builder as opposed to a bridge burner. And, we've all heard that over the years that, burning bridges is not a good idea. Build bridges and maintain bridges. Don't burn them, because you never know when you're going to need them again to go back, right? So to me, that's really what that's about. It really is about the long term. If you want to be effective, that ensures long-term success in a team versus your being right. Now, there are times, I'll be the first to admit, there are times when I have effectively stepped in and said, no, we're going to do this. This is what needs to be done. It's got to happen. Those are rare moments. As an effective leader, you will get that out of your team, or you will cause that to come out of the group's consensus as a leader. You're going to build that set of bridges, or the bridge that allows you to build another bridge, meaning you have more opportunities because people begin to trust you. When you seek to be effective, when you seek the success of others, others begin to trust you. That's that whole essence of earning trust, right? That's a good way in which you earn trust as a leader. Seek the success of others, right? Both those you serve and those who work with you on your teams. Don't go after the win. Don't go after being right. Build the bridge. And you'll be surprised how many more bridges you'll be asked or involved in building.
So many golden. I think you gave us like 3 Rickisms right here that are just pure gold. Focus on being effective versus being right, seeking success, not a win, and be a bridge builder, not a bridge burner. Rick, thanks so much. That was amazing.
My pleasure.
Thanks so much for watching this video. My name is Ryan Becker, and I'm the producer of this series as well as the Tech Whisperers podcast, where we unpack the playbooks of the best digital leaders in order to bring you the expert insights you need to grow in your career. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up and let us know in the comments what you think of the expert advice that was shared. And if you want more content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel or check out the Tech Whisperers podcast on any major podcasting platform, as well as right here on our channel. Thanks so much again for watching, and we'll see you next week.